Welcome back, lovies. Today we're going to be doing 3 Christmas DIYs. All of the supplies come from the Dollar Tree, so they are fairly cheap, they're adorable, and they will definitely bring warmth and comfort to your home this holiday season. Our first DIY is a decorative clutch. To make the clutch container, you're going to be using a 2-liter bottle or 3-liter, whatever you have on hand, and you're going to need some supplies from the Dollar Tree. To remove the plastic that comes on the outside of the 2-liter bottle, some fingernail polish and wipes will take it right off. Then you're going to take a pair of scissors and puncture the bottom part of the 2-liter bottle and cut all the way around until you have half of a bottle, which will become the lid of your clutch. You're going to use a candlestick and a candle dish as your base for your clutch. And then you're going to fill in with all the little kinds of knickknacks, trees, snow, moss, whatever you can find at the D tree to make your scenery. I used hot glue to put my whole thing together, and I turned my candlestick upside down so that the bigger part of the candlestick was actually holding the base, just for extra support for whatever kind of things that you're going to put on the inside, and hot glue worked perfect. So you're just going to assemble the base of your clutch, and then you're going to fill it in with all of your decorative things that you purchased from the Dollar Tree. Depending on the scene that you're creating, you can either use moss or faux snow. I'm going for more of a wintry scene, so I'm going to be using this faux snow from the Dollar Tree. If you have a low temperature glue gun, you can glue the faux snow down, which I did because it is quite staticky and the hot glue helps it keep in place. To make this look more Christmassy, I'm taking some of those tinsel trims and I am just going to trim all the way around the base of my clutch, and I just like the green that it will bring. And then I'm also going to use one of these adorable little gingerbread men as part of my scene, and I kind of nixed this lit tree because I would have to take the clutch topper off and on, so I go with the bottle brush trees instead. And I'm actually going to glue the larger one on the inside of the clutch with the gingerbread man, and then glue the smaller bottle brush tree on the outside after I have it assembled to give it more of a 3D and kind of depth look. I am adding lights to this. I have the little pretty starry ones from the Dollar Tree that I'm just going to swirl all the way around that bottle brush tree, and I actually glue one of the stars to the top to make it look pretty. And then to add some more Christmas to your clutch, you can use a small ornament as your topper, and then use some of the greenery from the Dollar Tree to make a pretty little topper so that it isn't just plain on the top, but it's at your discretion. Whatever works for you, you can leave it plain or you can decorate it. Either way, it is very hard to tell that this is a soda bottle and not a real glass clutch. I love how this turned out. I think it is absolutely beautiful, and it only cost me like $8, where the glass top at Michael's was $16.99 by itself. So I definitely think that this was a go. The next DIY is a recreate from Crafts by Caitlin. I will link her channel down below. She made these adorable little like bird nests, and I thought they would be adorable for Christmas, and I'm going to add my own little twist on it, but the original idea did come from Crafts by Caitlin, and I give her full credit. So the only thing that you're going to need is these little warmers from the DT, some greenery, moss, and the DT has multitudes of different kinds of birds, but I was blessed enough to find actual cardinals at the Dollar Tree. I was totally shocked. So what I did was I just stuffed the warmer part where you would stick the candle full of DT greenery. I'm going to tie some raffia around it and then make a nest on the top with some moss and add one of those beautiful cardinals that totally inspired me to recreate this project, because they are absolutely beautiful from the Dollar Tree. They actually very much surprised me, and I really love how this project turned out. It is absolutely stunning. It is so easy to make. These each took me like 5 minutes. So if you have the time to do one of these, they are beautiful. I highly recommend that you recreate one of your own and add your own flair. I think you could add lights to these. You could switch out the birds and put the birds down below and put candles on top where you're making the nest. So many different ways that you guys can do these, but I love how mine turned out. The last DIY I have for you is this whimsical Santa bucket, and I think it is adorable. You would need a Santa bucket, a miniature tree, some berries, some bulbs, some lights, and little elf feet ornaments. This is adorable. So the first thing you need to do is assemble your tree, and I added some pine twists to make the tree look a little bit more fuller. Then you're going to stuff your little Santa bucket full of, like, I have a ton of Walmart bags, because you want to bring some height to the bucket so that when you place your tree on the top, it doesn't sink all the way down in, but actually kind of sits at the top of the bucket so that the tree is visible. So I just used bags from Walmart, and if you leave the base on your tree, it will fit nice and snug on the top part of the Santa bucket. And once it's in, it will not move, and you have a nice secure base inside of the bucket. Then you're going to hot glue your little elf feet on the outside of the bucket to make it look like your elf fell in. I moved mine over a little bit so that the Santa belt was visible, but I loved how this looked. It just looked like the little elf fell into the bucket below the tree. And then to fill in all of the white space with the bag, you're going to use ornaments, and I found these adorable Santa belt ornaments from the Dollar Tree, and it works perfect with the Santa bucket. And look how adorable that looks. I love it. Now you can leave it just like this if that's what you want to do, but of course I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm actually going to put lights and berries into the tree just so that it all pulls together. And it's just an adorable, whimsical little Santa bucket that looks like an elf fell into a bucket full of bulbs while he was trying to decorate the little miniature elf tree. And I love this DIY. It is adorable. Look at with the lights and the berries on it, which brings some red up to the green, and I just think it brings it all together. It just looks adorable. I hope that you guys loved these DIYs that I had for you today. I hope that you recreate them, and if you do, please tag me on Instagram. All of that will be linked down below. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and warm holiday season, and I'll be back at it again with some more DIYs soon. Until then, take care of you and always do what you love. Bye, lovies.